Hey you guys, Desmond here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are discussing RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2 Episode 4. Like always, I'm joined by the wonderful LACRESHA. So before we get started, I just have to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe because we make amazing videos like this all the time and my Sims content is coming back soon. So I'm super excited for that. But anyway, so Miss LACRESHA, what did you think of tonight's episode?
It was good.
I really enjoyed it as well. We started off with coming in after Estina was wrongfully eliminated. We come in and, you know, Tia's trying to have her moment, but Lawrence wouldn't shut up, and Jenny called her out on it. So how do you feel about that?
It needed to happen.
It really did. I don't know what it is about this particular episode, but Lawrence got on my nerves the entire episode.
Would not shut up.
And I'm like, ma'am, like, I still live for you. You're still one of my picks to win. But ma'am, shut up.
Right.
Shut up.
Shut your trap.
Like, I know I talk a lot.
Right.
But I also know how to read the room.
Yes.
So when it's not a time for me to speak, I shut up.
Right.
I'm like, come on. Have your moment.
Let me dial back.
Let me dial back. Have
Just
your
leave it.
moment. Be good. You know what I'm saying? Be great. But she didn't like that.
Be awesome. Be amazing.
Be all that. Be a star.
Be all that you can
Be all that you can be. But we come back into the workroom the next morning, and now Tace has something to say to Tia. Which I understood because Tace and Estina are friends, and I actually agree with Tace. Like, honestly, you should have went home.
Right.
She didn't say that, but that's what she was implying. Like,
Yes.
you should have went home, and I agree. She should have went home. But she's still here. Let's do what we gotta do. There's no need to be ugly about it.
Right. Saved by the bell.
Like, just do what you came to do. Don't get distracted by friendships. Don't get distracted by your little boo thing that's in the workroom.
WHORA. She had a moment too with Tia, but
I know that was really cute though. They're trying to make me like her, but it's not working. So RuPaul comes in and we get a mini challenge. One thing I'm loving about this season in season 13 of US is we're getting mini challenges every week again. I miss that. I'm so glad they're back. It's just a fun, campy, cute, quirky, just a reason to act silly.
yes.
Just to act silly. And I love it. And this mini challenge is the Great British Bake Off, where they have to pretend that they made these items and, you know, sell them to RuPaul.
Yes, and be very vulgar about it.
Some were very vulgar. some
Very
were very vulgar.
new.
So what did you think of the mini challenge?
It was cute. It had its high points with low points. And I try not to go to sleep.
But Bimini won. Do you agree with Bimini Bomboulash? I love saying her name. Now that I can say it, I love saying it. Bimini Bomboulash.
It's a tongue twister.
Do you think she won?
Yeah, because she was the first one up and she was very funny.
Oh yeah, she was the only one that was funny without putting sex into it.
Right.
So-
Well, she put sex in it. She was just very clean about it.
The others were very raunchy, especially Veronica.
No taste.
Taste.
Yes.
Mm.
The bone work.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
But anyway, RuPaul announces that this week's Maxi Challenge is Morning Glory, which is a talk show, which is a combination of a comedy challenge and an improv challenge. I really love, in the US, they've done it several times. I really love when they do the improvs in comedies. It's just, I personally feel like I would struggle in a challenge like that because I feel like I'm naturally funny. But like if somebody's watching and we're improvising, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be very Veronica.
Right.
And how she did, very her.
Yeah.
But because Bimini won the Mixie challenge, the mini challenge, she got to pick her role, and then the rest had to
Fall in line.
fall in line. You know, fight for what you want.
So sister and Veronica kind of got stuck together.
Yeah, but Veronica made it clear she was just, I just want the role that nobody else wants, which is, honey.
That's not always the greatest
That's
thing.
not the greatest. And remember, just a few episodes back, Cherry went home because she didn't fight for the part that she really wanted.
Which was the part that you
That
excelled
you
at.
got. So you shouldn't. I'm like, no. I want this route. I want that route. You know.
But to be completely honest, I really don't feel like there was anything she really would have excelled at in this show.
I think if she was there with Lawrence, I think that would have been a great pairing. I think
them riffing off of each other would have been a lot
a lot better, because Ellie was just kind of there.
She was kind of just there.
So let's go ahead and talk about the Maxi Challenge. We'll talk to them about their pairs. So we got Bimini and Taste. What did you think about them? They were the anchors. They brought the show in and out. They kept everything afloat. They did really.
They did really good, and
Bimini has made me eat my words, because I guess I was just so mad she stayed over Joe that I was just over everything she done. But these last 2 weeks, Miss Bimini has really shut me up. Has really shut me up.
And to be funny and drop it low while reading a teleprompter is a skill not many have mastered.
Teleprompter. And still doing it, and like the guest judge says, it was the little things that she did, like she had the cards upside down.
Right, sliding off the couch.
Sliding off the couch. Just the way that the character was carrying themselves. It was just...
Yes. It was excellent.
It was really good. And then we have Veronica and Sister.
You know, I can kind of understand, you know, especially when it's something that's not necessarily in your wheelhouse, because she was being goth, so she doesn't know how to do it. Although,
yeah, I wouldn't know how to do goth either. Like, I was sitting, I'm like, how would I interpretate goth? I don't think I would have. I don't know how I would have done.
Look, I watch a lot of glam and gore, so I know what the hell I'm doing.
No, I watch Dracula. I should know what the hell to do.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I watch a lot of glam and gore, so I know like levels of goth. But I do like what she did for goth. Mm-hmm. You know, she was very pale. She wore a lot of black, had black hair. She was very morose. I think what would have, you know, she kind of looked like a black Bella Goth to me. Play Sims. Anyway, so to me it was fine. It was just she kind of got nervous and tense, and so that caused her not to perform very well.
And one thing that irritated me about Sister was afterwards she tried to blame Veronica for her bad performance.
Oh, she did bad, so then I ended up looking bad. No, if she bombs and you come in and you're bombing, then that's on you and that's your fault.
Because we've seen it in the past where people are in the same team, group, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
One's doing immaculate, doing amazing, and the other one's doing terrible. So you could have.
Right, because like WHORA and Tia could have almost had that same damn dynamic where one did good and one didn't do quite as well. Because, you know, WHORA sat there and she was just all in it, and all Tia could do, which would be the same position I might find myself in, is just come in and kind of riff after the fact, like, yeah, I'm here too. But she just wasn't strong.
But I felt like Tia and WHORA worked well as a team.
Yes.
You could tell WHORA took the lead.
Right.
But Tia didn't. I didn't feel like Tia was like, oh wait, I'm here too.
Right.
I felt like they were working well together, but WHORA did take the lead of that. And the fact that WHORA's tip was completely out.
Oh my god.
By the end of it, I loved it. And the accent that they did was just everything for me. They did an amazing job. They really did. And then we had Lawrence in LA. Lawrence did amazing.
Yes.
Lawrence did
very well. She was extremely funny.
And
very deadpan.
And then the little bit when she rode off on the little small bike.
On the little bike, the little motorcycle, and broke it.
Oh, it was too funny. Ellie did good, but she was really overshadowed by Lawrence. Honestly, I thought Ellie was going to be in the bottom.
Right. Well, I mean, and Lawrence tried to bring her in, actually, from what I could see.
And I think the paint bit on her face, I think that's what really kind of brought Ellie back into it. Because she was just kind of there at first.
Right. Just kind of me and my little, you know.
And then we had Jenny, who did by herself. She was the
weather person.
Yes. And I agree with what the judges said. Jenny came in way too strong.
Yes. Too hype. Too just.
She was too hype. Hey, but yeah, she came in too strong and like it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, there were no levels to it. Because it's like, okay, you know, this is the weather, and then when the stuff starts coming in, then you get hype. And maybe if there's a break, you go back to the weather. And that was another complaint that they made, was like, yeah, it happened, but there was no weather involved.
Yeah, she came in on 100 and stayed at 100. And it was just, it was a lot. It really was. So, let's get to the runway.
Runway.
Bring it to the runway. This week's Maxi Challenge was not Maxi Challenge. This week's category was Monster Mashup.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Halloween costume runs.
Yes, pretty much.
So, who are some of your favorites from tonight? You said Veronica was one of your favorites.
I like Veronica. I like Lawrence Chaney, and we agreed on Tia.
Baby, I never thought I would say this, but Tia Coffee had the best, not the best look of this season, the best look of the year. So far in 2021, what Tia presented on the runway today was the best look of the year.
It's the best she's looked so far.
Oh my God.
That was probably the most put together outfit that she
Ever.
has had.
Anybody else, nobody can touch that.
Because everything else that she's shown so far, with the exception of last week's outfit that she had to make, everything else she has brought has looked just kind of thrown together haphazardly. Like, oh, I think this goes with this, and this. And then she doesn't
That look was everything. And I have to give a shout out to WHORA as well. Although it wasn't very, like, monsterish, I got the monster because I felt it was very Elvira, and I consider Elvira a monster, which, you know, she's down the line of vampires, but the judges didn't really get it.
Right.
I got it.
Mm-mm.
And then a Sister Sister. I really like Sister Sister's look. It was a mummy mixed with a furry. Like, yeah, mummy's been done before on the main stage, but nobody's put a furry with it. Like, it's just...
Werewolves, furries.
It's a furry. You don't know what a furry is.
I know what a furry is. I'm just wondering if you know what a furry is.
I know what a furry is. I know what I mean when I say furry.
Okay.
I know people who are into furries, but that's another video conversation. But it was very furry mixed. The mummies, I loved it. It was just, I really felt like they were a little harsh. Just because she did really bad, I think they were really harsh on her with her outfits. I'm like, oh, we've seen a mummy. We've never seen a mummy like this. And the mummy was padded up, honey. All the other mummies we got were no pads. So what? Anyway, so the bottom of this week was Veronica, Sister Sister, and Jenny Lemon. Do you agree?
Yes.
I agree as well. Them three really struggled the most in the challenge. Everybody else did well. Honestly, if Ellie wouldn't have got it together at the end of theirs, I really feel like she could have been at the bottom over Jenny.
Yes.
But,
however,
she got it together. Her outfit, though, out of all of them, I liked all the looks, but I think I liked hers the least. It just seemed very, like, it was cute, but it was very basic.
Right.
And then our top three was Lawrence Chaney, Bimini Bamboulash, and WHORA. I really think this is a good top three. I personally think Tia should have been in the top just for that outfit. Baby, just from that outfit, she should have been right there at the top.
Yeah, but it's top three, not top four.
Bimini, not Bimini, Lawrence could have bumped down.
Yeah, but Lawrence won, so.
Which, as she said, Lawrence won this week's challenge. I don't agree. I don't agree. I really feel like this was a WHORA's challenge. I just feel like they just didn't understand her interpretation of monster.
Right.
Because I got it. I know you said you didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
But I got it. And then she did that little extra bit, giving us little brains. So, like, I got it. I understood it. She did the best in the challenge overall. I truly feel like WHORA was robbed yet again. Because last week, although Lauren's outfit was amazing, WHORA's outfit was like 10 times better. And this is yet again, I'm very confused on the decisions that RuPaul are making this season. Like, I think COVID got to the brain. Like, I don't know what's going on. Because it's just like, the choices of who went home the first 3 weeks were wrong. The choice of who won the past 2 weeks was wrong. And who won the first week. The only winner I've agreed with was Veronica. Every other winner, I'm like, RuPaul, what are you doing? Ma'am, do you need to sit down this season? Because I can feel it. The time has come. baby. But anyway, our bottom two was Sister, and Jenny Lemon. Do you agree with this bottom two?
Yes.
I don't.
I know, because you don't want Jenny Lemon in the bottom.
Yeah, I didn't think Jenny belonged in the bottom. I really think it should have been Veronica and Sister. Like, and I understood why Veronica wasn't there because her outfit was amazing. And
Yes.
I feel like that's what
Her
put her
outfit
over.
saved her.
Yeah, I feel like that's what put her as safe. But,
However.
there's a big but,
However.
comma,
Apostrophe.
semicolon. I think she should have been in the bottom two. It should have been Veronica and Sister. But we got Sister versus Jenny Lemon. So You Keep Me Hanging On by Kim White, originally by the Supremes. So this lip sync
Went a little interesting.
was a little interesting. Baby, Jenny just said,
Deuces.
baby,
And we walked off the stage.
I really thought this was like this part of her gig. I'm like, oh,
Right. I thought she was going to go to the back.
Go to
and
the back.
she was going to pop out like, hey.
Yeah, pop back out, maybe switch take off that dress. Yeah, maybe there was an outfit under it. Like, I was expecting her to pop back out, and I'm like, oh no, she left.
Right.
Like, she legit left.
Yeah.
Like, she gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, ma'am.
Right.
And I'm just like, no, but I have to give it to Sister. She really turned it.
Mm-hmm.
She got up there, she turned it, she shaked, she boomty, she kept holding on.
She did the darn thing.
She kept holding on.
Because in the beginning, she was just kind of iffy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like almost like she could tell like Jenny wasn't there, and she was just like. I think
we missed her reaction to Jenny not being there. I think they probably cut to Michelle or Alan.
Yep,
or
talking
even
about,
Ruth.
so who won?
Because once it was like it was just like a switch,
Mm-hmm.
and then next, she was really turning it, and I'm like, she must have realized Jenny left,
Right.
and she's like, oh no, honey, this ain't finna be a double sachet, so I'm finna show you what I can do, okay?
Right.
Okay. And yes, I love after the lip sync, Michelle's like, well, I wonder who won this one. I wonder who won. But the one thing that really, I don't want to say irritated me, kind of shocked me, is that RuPaul didn't say anything about
Jenny just walking off.
Usually there's like a sly little comment right before she says, can I get an amen up in here? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't. It was just like, oh, sister, Shantae, you stay. If you can't love yourself, how can you love somebody else,
Right. Well, I think if she did say anything, it got cut out. Because, you got to remember, this is for British TV.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe whatever she might have said.
And plus, we also got to remember this is like 3 days worth of shooting wrapped into 1 hour.
Right. Like, was it really important for RuPaul to make a comment on the fact that she
I think
out?
so. I think it should have been a comment made.
Right. Well, there's always Twitter.
And and Jenny said, oh, I just couldn't lip sync against my sister.
She's like, I'm tired. And I understand.
And I understand being tired, but that's what the show was all about, pushing through.
Mm-hmm.
And you were put in that moment to shine, and you just walked away. And honestly, it reminded me when Ben de la Creme, because that's what Tay said, she just Ben de la Creme herself. I was pissed when Ben sent herself home.
Right, because she could have won that.
She could have won. I'm not sure if Jenny could have won this season.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and say that. But it's just so many queens auditioned for this show. So many queens wanted to be where you are. Mm-hmm. And you were just like, I'm not lip syncing.
You're just going to toss it away. And I honestly feel like, to some certain extent, I can see why Ru wouldn't say anything. Because who wants to dignify that type of disrespect with a comment?
I would have. I was like, if you don't want to be here, y'all can follow her right now. That would have been my exact line.
Yeah, but...
After I said, sister, Shantae, you say, and just a note. If you don't want to be here, you can follow her out that door. I'm sorry, but that's extremely disrespectful, especially in front of RuPaul.
Exactly.
I can understand this is Canada and Brooklyn was sitting there. But you have RuPaul sitting there. The reason for all this shit.
Right.
All this shit. The lights is because of her. The stage is because of her. And she said, I didn't even want to I remember Jenny saying, I didn't want to even do a performance because I knew I wasn't going to do it for her. I still would have done a half-ass performance and then walked out. than to just disrespect RuPaul like
Yeah,
that
'cause
and just to leave.
At least Charlie, kind of.
Charlie still lip synced. Charlie pointed. Kimora still lip synced, and she walked around the stage.
Right.
You could have done something, and I love Jenny Lemon, and I'm still going to stand Miss Jenny Lemon, but to me that was very disrespectful.
Yeah, but one thing I do know is I'm pretty sure, she was like, I'm going to get more comments about my shape. I'm going to get more comments about my shoes, regardless of whether or not I've explained to them, like, why I can't wear...
Which I'm glad she did explain that on the stage, because I was always wondering why the Crocs, why the kitten heels. So, okay, I'm sorry, continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
It made me forget what the hell I was saying. But point being, just she was tired, and I understand why she was tired. The disrespect...
Oh, trust me, I understand it, but the level of disrespect was astronomical, okay?
Astronomical.
That's what I said.
You did not.
Yes, it might not have sounded like that, but that's what I said. But the level of disrespect on this bus, couldn't do it.
It's astronomical.
I couldn't. I was gagged. I really was. And just sitting here now, just thinking about it, I'm getting even more upset about the situation. Because I'm just repeating myself at this point. You could have at least done something.
Right.
Like, even if you didn't want to lip sync against your sister, you could have pulled a Valentina. You could have pulled a Tammy Brown and just did a little dance.
Do her little dance thing.
Like, I think I would appreciate it more, her standing up there and just being all silly, doing what Jenny Lemon does, not even lip syncing.
Right.
And going home that way, other than just being like, all right, bye. And, I didn't feel any, like when she was having her exit interview, I didn't feel any disrespect. I didn't feel like she did it
maliciously.
That word. But just watching it as a fan, that was very disrespectful to someone who's paved the way for so many queens. It really was. And you signed up for this. You signed up for this. You signed up for this. And eventually one day you're going to have to lip sync for you. Well, some don't. But you always know there's a possibility you might have to lip sync.
Right.
And you might have to lip sync against somebody you done got close to in the competition.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say.
Anyway.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. LaCreSha, where can they find you on the social medias?
I am at Cretia McGill on all social media.
And you can find me at Simply Des on all social media platforms. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you for spending a piece of your day with us. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all tomorrow for the main show.